Hello, my name is Raid from R.A.SH. Today I'm going to show, in continuation to our previous videos, I'm going to show our CANbus Multi module that can be installed in many types of cars without any specific programming. Here I'm going to show. So now today it's installed in the Jeep, which is basically the Jeep Grand Cherokee, and Pacifica, Dodge Ram, many types of these cars based on this. And what I'm going to show here is this is the CANbus module. It's a very small one, tiny little box, which includes hundreds of types of cars. And this is the box, very small, like a matchbox. What I'm going to show also is that you need to select here. In this module there is the rotary switch here, and the rotary switch has 16 positions from 0 to F, and by using the a standard flathead screwdriver, we just insert it here and just we can select. Now the selection is according to a list which was made. This is just an example for this. So basically this is the rotary switch on the board, and the numbers here, we can see the numbers from 0 to F. From 0 to F, for example. So if we look on number 0 by default, or the manufacturer default, is Volkswagen MQB platform, which is basically thousands of types of from Volkswagen. Or the same thing here for the old version of Volkswagen, which is Caddy platform, what we call it. And this also includes thousands of types. For example, number 2, if we select the rotary switch, we set it number 2, this supports all French cars and some of the new Toyota, like the new Toyota Pro-Ace and Pro-Ace City. And and this one is Toyota. So number 3 is Toyota, but this is different CANbus into the Toyota, and these are based on the French cars. Now French cars supports almost all cars that starting from 2008 until today, so but they are all the same, and even some functions according to the list, cruise control supported into the module. If we continue here on the list, so these are future ones which we will have to wait and see what's going on in this car industry. And if we look for number 8, for example, in Mercedes, so it's the Vito platform, A, B class, and GLA, GLB, and there are loads of cars based on these platforms, like the Vito platform. So if you look on number 9, so all these supported in this little module. So number 9, for example, in C, supports the Mercedes 907, the Sprinters, and the S class and the C class, like 220, 300E, and all these classes are on this. So all these supported here, which is basically loads, almost all cars from Mercedes in one little box, in this matchbox. If we continue here, so if we go to number C, for example, all these are also empty and future ones. The reason I did this is just to keep room for other cars that are coming and will be introduced in the future. For example, on C, if you look at C, so Chrysler Grand Voyager or Dodge Grand Caravan, so this is the only one because this support different platform than all the rest. And then we go to F, which is Fiat Pacifica, Dodge Ram, Grand Cherokee, and of course there's a manual that supports all types of cars and the specific wiring or to how to identify. Now the good thing about this is just when you land on a car that you have no idea what to expect into this car, like for example a Dodge. So you are having a Dodge, so you can either select C. If it doesn't work, then you can select F. That's the easy part. So you can either way. If you, for example, you can say if you have a Toyota, so you don't know what type. So when you identify that it's CANbus, so you can select either French cars or the Toyota range. The Toyota range, it's a huge range, like Pro-Ace, Toyota Hybrid, Toyota Corolla Hybrid, Toyota Corolla, the standard one, RAV4, and there are Lexus, for example, and many types of from Toyota based on this platform. So what I'm going to show also here, so basically this is the module. Once it's set up, the difference between the CANbus types is just is first by selecting the switch here, and on the bottom we can find here also the jumpers that can terminate the CAN bus, which is, these are critical ones. So here we have the MDL shorted in this Jeep, but in the French cars, so both are open. So this one is open. Try to zoom in. Okay, so this jumper is open. Okay, so for determination, and it's marked ECU. So the CAN bus going to the ECU side there is no resistor, because in the factory or the factory lines there are resistor, and here we have to add the termination line on the MDL, so it's marked MDL. For example, in French cars, for example, both are open, so we have to open both of them, and all this appears in the manual, so there is no problem and it's well marked, so you don't forget. So if it doesn't work, basically you have to check yourself if these jumpers are correct, if the MDL is sorted. For example, in Mercedes Sprinter, so the ECU is shorted and the MDL is open. So this is very, very versatile. So you have to use the soldering here, and these are very small points. This model has an input device here. So this is the LIN input device connector, and this is the LIN module. So this can indicate, and you can use the wipers, horn, and all these functions. Also, you have the RJ12. So basically this is the 5 pins connector on the back of the box. So you can use 5 low effort switches to do the turn signals, wipers, horn, like foot switches, elbow switches, headrests, whatever you want to do. Thank you for watching.